Hi, good morning everyone. This is CY once again. After I've done the unboxing video of all the 3 Ascaso machines that we have brought in, and my finger has been itching to try all these machines out individually. So today I'm just going to try out the Ascaso Steel Duo PID, and I'm just going to show you the I'll try to create a routine for this machine because this is still pretty new to me. And for those of you that have not didn't watch my previous unboxing video on the Ascaso, basically we have brought in 3 different models, right? But currently all the 3 models are available for demonstration in our showroom. Yep, I'm just going to try to use the Ascaso Steel PID Duo PID version. So right now is a cold start. I'm just going to show you how fast it takes to warm up and how is it like to make espresso out of this machine, and so also steam some milk with this machine, because it's pretty it's almost a new thing to me, and I have experience with a thermal block machine and I know that they heat up pretty fast. I just don't know how's the quality of the espresso and the milk that is steamed, right? So let's get to it and see how it goes. Again, I will not be doing much editing to my video. As you can see, my tradition of all my videos I have taken, right, most of them are actually take using one take, which means I will continuously record the video. I may pause intermittently to switch camera angle, but more or less the flow of my video is continuous. So if you see me dropping my picture or drop my polyfilter sometimes, please do not laugh at me, because these things happen in real life, and I'm just showing what happens in real life, right? So even though I have this machine in my shops, but then I'm not really an expert in making espresso or coffee. I'm just like you, a coffee lover. It's just that I'm maybe a bit more adventurous and went into the coffee business. That's all, right? I'm no way better than any of you that's out there watching the video. Some of you sitting down in front of the camera is actually better and much better than me. Yeah, I can guarantee you that, right? So let's try to start this machine up. So the machine is starting on the machine is by a flick of a switch, and the moment you switch on, you can see that the LED lights will light up and the PID temperature reading will start to go up. Currently it's reading about 27 degrees Celsius, 28. So right now it's about 9-10 a.m. in the morning. So let's see how long it takes to go up to temperature. And I believe when the machine is ready, right, the second LED light should stop blinking, and we'll see how long it takes for that to happen. Okay, so meanwhile I'll just prepare all the materials I need to pull a shot. So right now I'm pairing this Ascaso Steel Duo PID with my DF64 grinder, right? I'll be doing an updated video on my DF64 very soon on all the mods. I think it makes my workflow much easier. And I think I'm getting quite a lot of questions about the declumper, right? So that will be another separate topic. But for those of you that are interested to know, my DF64 is a stock stainless steel burr, right? Our company has imported all the 4 different kind of burrs from SSP Grinding Solutions, right? And the stocks should be arriving very soon. We have also ordered the sweet burr, which is the cast version, right? Of the 64mm silver night coated burr set. According to the manufacturer, it says that the burr is actually meant for brewing coffee. And when you say brew coffee, I suppose it means filtered coffee. But there's not much saying whether it can do espresso or not. So we'll be interested to test out whether that sweet burr set actually can do espresso. So stay tuned to find out more when I do a test on the cast silver night coated sweet burr from SSP Grinding Solutions in Korea. Right, so we will be bringing that into Singapore also. Right, so let me, while waiting for the machine, it has been about a minute or so. So let me measure the coffee beans, and then we'll make some coffee, right? I'm using the Felicita scale, right? The Felicita Smart Scale. I've downloaded the app, but I have not. Oh, you can see that it's already stopped blinking. So I guess the warm-up time is about approximately 2 minutes, right? I would say within 2 minutes is pretty safe, right? And the machine is ready for you. It will intermittently blink, I believe, the PID is trying to maintain the temperature. So I believe my group is probably not as hot now. So I'll just flush some water and then get my portafilter hot in a short while. But before that, let me measure 18 grams of coffee beans, because normally I will do 18 grams. Okay, I overshot a little bit. And some of you say, hey, why not you weigh out your coffee bean first before you shoot your video? But this is my morning routine on how I usually make video. So please bear with me. And if you find that this is not the part that you want to watch, I'll chapter it later on, and you can skip to whichever part that you find that's of interest to you, right? Right, so now I have about 18.6 grams, so I'm just going to grind now. So as I grind, I'll bring you closer to the camera to see the grinding, right? Right, so let me just remove a little bit more beans because I want to be more exact. Okay, 18 gram exactly, about 18.1 gram. So let's dose inside. Okay, my current setting, I will probably go at about 13 for now. So let's see how it goes. For those of you which downloaded my 10-degree tilt stand, right? Because it doesn't have a rubber feet, and I have feedback from my shop saying that yeah, it fits nicely, but the 10-degree steel stand tend to move around as the grinder vibrate. You can just put a mat, or you can just install this rubber feet to insulate it, also to give it more friction so that it doesn't slide. Okay, currently it doesn't have, so it may slide a little bit, but I have those IKEA dining mat around. I will just put a layer below, and it works perfectly, right? So, but that's not a problem due to the design. In the future design, I'll probably design some fits to fit exactly at the bottom so that it looks more professional in a way, right? Okay, so let's test for the grinding, right? Just now was 18 gram exactly. Okay, let's see without pumping, how much coffee am I getting out? Right, without pumping, I'm getting about 17 gram of coffee. So which means there's a 1 gram that's trapped inside. And however, if I continue to turn, okay, you can see the grinder actually jerk a little bit as it turns. Right, and that's all you need. And now let's measure this again. Right, okay, probably I didn't get everything out. Right, it's about 17.7 gram. So because recently I've opened up my grinder to show a customer how it works inside, and I clean out the inside a bit, so there will be a little bit more retention every time I clean it, because you will need to fill all those gaps with coffee ground. So it's pretty normal. So right now the coffee has been grinded. Okay, not too sure you can see, maybe it's too dark. Alright, so I'll just flush this with cups. And to activate the boiler is actually by a flip of a switch. It is like a trigger switch whereby you trigger it, it will actually activate. And right now, these two switches for single and double shot is actually programmable, right? You can actually program what's the running time that you want the shot to pull through, right? I program it to stop at 30 seconds, but anytime you want to stop, you can also flick and it will stop at the exact time, right? But as long as you don't hold it, right, I think it should go back to the previous memory. And once the water stops dispensing, it will go back to the PID temperature that we have designed. Currently, I've set my PID temperature at 64 degrees Celsius. Okay, let me chuck this away. Right, so right now we are ready to make espresso. As you can see, my sticker wrap is still there. So this is my normal workflow. Just use the dosing cup, shake it a little bit. I can see it's really quite well distributed. And when I see this, I won't normally do WTT because I don't see the need to do WTT once I get a very evenly grinded coffee ground, right? But let's see how it goes. And you can see my counter space is a bit limited, so I have this station for me to actually distribute. And then I'm just going to give you a temp. Right, and that's pretty much done. Okay, so now let's try to make. I'm going to split the shot into two. Right, I'm not too sure the grind setting is right, but I mean, let's just give it a shot. And I'll probably put my scale underneath, right, to see how much am I extracting. Right, so let me bring you closer. Right, so I'm now going to flip the switch. Okay, the speed flows a little bit fast, and in about 15 seconds I'm already getting about 47 grams of coffee, right, which means probably I have to grind finer on this first attempt, but no doubt I will not be wasting this coffee. So I'll taste one of them as an espresso shot, and then I'll make a small latte, right, using one of this cup. Right, so right now let's test the steaming power of this machine. So I'll be pausing the video and pull the camera back slightly. One thing I do notice about the Ascaso Steel Duo PID is that the drip tray slides out this way, and the drip tray is actually kind of interesting. It's made, I believe the front panel is made of stainless steel, powder coated in black, but the back tray is actually made in plastic. It is not exactly a very large tray, but I think it will be sufficient to contain maybe 5 to 6 shots, and then you probably need to check your drip tray so that it doesn't overfill. Right, and at the same time, it doesn't have a place whereby to purge your steam wand. Right, if I purge the steam wand, the steam will actually end up outside the tray. So if they can have a sort of a cutout design here, okay, maybe because of the way that the tray is slid out, so I'm not too sure whether they can actually design something for the steam to be dispensed directly into the drip tray. But for now, I'll be dispensing into my pitcher. So let's try the steaming power. Right, the steam is pretty dry. Right, I doesn't get any water vapor on my hand. It just feels slightly moist. So that's actually very good. And one thing interesting is that the purging of the excess steam doesn't go to the drip tray. It actually goes back to the back of your water tank. So that's actually another way that Ascaso is slightly different from the other manufacturer, right, of an espresso machine. So now let's test the milk steaming power. Let's just purge it one more time. Because the steam is actually run by thermal block, so as you activate, the steam doesn't come out as quickly as compared to other heat exchanger or dual boiler machine. So it needs a little bit of time, about I would say less than 3 seconds for the steam to be activated, and you will see the tuck, 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 tuck. That means the pump is actually kicking in to push the steam out. Okay, so now let's steam the milk and see how long it takes. This is I think it is a 400 ml to 500 ml milk pitcher, and I have filled the milk to about half full, and let's see how long it takes for me to steam the milk. I will be moving my camera to slightly on this side so that it doesn't obstruct my steaming of milk. I hope it doesn't block you from the angle. I will probably install another camera higher so that it gives you a better view, but for now you will just have to listen to the sound. And because it's a new machine, I have to get used to the angle which I actually steam my milk. So as a lot of experts out there teaching us how to steam, first you put your pitcher, the mouth of the pitcher aligned to the barrel of your steaming wand, and then you have to tilt left or tilt right depending on your preference. My preference usually is tilt to the left, but then because I'm obstructed by this drip tray at the bottom, so this time I'll probably be dipping and tilt to the right hand side. It probably needs about a good 40 seconds to get the milk to about 60 degrees Celsius. But I will say that the steaming was actually quite easy to do. And again, after you wipe out, just give it a purge. And then usually I'll just wipe down again. Right, so usually that's my routine. And then now I will show you the quality of the milk that has been steamed. Not the best because I'm still getting used to the angle and the power of the steam wand, but I guess for the first attempt it's not too bad, right? It has got this wet paint-like texture, right, that everybody is talking about. And okay, let me switch the angle so that it gives you a better view of me trying to pull a latte art. Right, so let's try this. Right, I did not switch the milk to another jug, but let's just see how it goes. Right, I don't know what is this, but it is still able to texture the milk and get some sort of a pattern. Right, so you can see that the Ascaso Duo is a very capable home machine, and actually it's more than enough for home use. And let me just give you a better view of the machine once again. So basically what you are looking at is the Ascaso Steel Duo PID. Right, has a dual PID which is actually control both the steam temperature as well as the temperature for brewing coffee. Right, so it's a very handsome machine, very modern, very energy efficient because it uses dual thermal block. And you can see that the espresso it makes, right, or that extraction is too fast. It's all because I'm still trying to dial in on my DF64, but on the whole, right, the machine is pretty good, and it's really it doesn't take a lot of space. So if you place this at the office or at home or even a mini cafe, I think as long as the volume of the serving of coffee is not too many, I believe it is still capable, right? But do bear in mind that right, this is not designed for cafe use, right? This is designed really for home, and it's more than capable of being used at home as a home barista. Right, so thank you for joining me. Right now, this is my first cup of morning coffee, and I would like to taste the espresso shot first. Basically, I split the shot into two just now, as you can see, and let's see how the taste is. Smells pretty good. Oh, it is actually slightly acidic, slightly. And I think I placed the coffee there for a little longer because it takes more time to steam the milk, and it has cooled down slightly. And the volume of this is actually not a lot, it's about 20 ml, so it cools down pretty fast. But the coffee is very pleasant, very nutty and chocolatey, a traditional Italian blend from our favorite espresso blend from Cafe Metalla, Roma, right? This bean is actually air flown from Milan in sorry, not in Milan, Rome, right? In Italy, right? It's roasted by our family roaster, right? Here, the Martella family, actually, right? And here the generation has been roasting coffee. I think this is their 4th generation of roasters. So they do very awesome espresso blend, and therefore I liked, you know, whenever this is actually my comfort drinks. Whenever I want to get my espresso shot, instead of tasting my own roast, right, which is mostly light to medium and tend to give me the acidic and floral shots. And if I want the chocolatey and nutty shots, I'll definitely go for the Martella brand. Nothing beats the Martella coffee. Right, so cheers. It's actually very pleasant. Yep, now I understand why we can drink espresso, right? This is really good. Right, so now let's move on to the mini latte and see how it tastes like. Yeah, I think for the latte, I taste mostly milk because the espresso is running a little bit fast, and the coffee taste has been diluted because of the milk, the volume of the milk there. So I guess I'll probably run a double shot in one of this if I get the grinder dialed in properly, and I should definitely get a more tasty and chocolatey and nutty latte as compared to now. It's mostly milk plus a little bit of coffee, but it still tastes good. It's a good drink in the morning, but if you need more kick, maybe just go for the espresso, right? So cheers, and this is CY once again. Thank you for joining my channel and watching my video this morning. And I should be uploading and editing a video very soon, and I hope I can upload more content, right? And then I do seek your support and like my videos and subscribe and ring the bell, right? If you want to stay updated in all our future video releases, so that you will never miss any of our video that's released. Our release of video, the timing of our release of video is not fixed, not like some other channels, right? Ours is more on I'll try to upload at least one video per week, but if I do make a video in once every 2 weeks, that probably means that I'm extremely busy with my teaching, and therefore coffee has to take a step back and wait for my teaching job to be done, and then I can get back to coffee. Anyway, thank you for listen to me ranting, and have a good day. Stay safe. The Omicron cases in Singapore is getting 20,000 plus cases every day, so it's quite scary. Stay safe. Wear mask wherever you go. If you don't feel well, do not go out. Do a ART test before you go to work or go to visit your friend. Make sure you are ART negative before you do all these things, right? So thank you once again. I'll see you very soon in the next video. Cheers.